Hi friends, welcome to Sailing Liberty.
We're really glad you're back.
This week, hopefully, God willing, we're gonna get our water maker working.
It's going to be a major addition to our self-sufficient sailboat strategy, and hopefully it'll work. And we're going to dig in some serious boat work. That's right, dig it in on the chain plates. You're going to figure out the process and start doing them so we can get them done for our sail next month.
Oh yeah.
It's a big deal.
And thank you everybody who jumped in our wish list, got provisioning and tools to fix up Liberty.
That's right. Thank you so much, guys. And we definitely want to make a big shout out, a big thank you, a big howdy ho to our friend Ken Pappas. Ken, you've been a faithful member of our Patreon crew for some time, and now you've stepped up to communications officer. It's a really big deal. Here on shipboard, communications is a very important aspect, and Ken Pappas is now our communications officer. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you so much. Today
on Sailing Liberty. Well, it's finally here. Time to fire up the water maker. I know you guys have been on the edge of your seat. We are. But we had a lot of good news in the comments section. Especially thank you to Billy Cox for your very informative response in the comments section. Very helpful. So let's give it a try. First thing I gotta do though is put a couple batteries in the total dissolved solid meter because they're dead. Some fresh batteries, and then it's time to fire it up. So let's get it together. We're getting 12 parts per million. First step, boost pump. Brings up some pressure on the water coming in from the sea. Make sure that the high pressure pump always has water in it. All right, first time ever turning this on. I hear it. I don't see any pressure yet. Or air. Do you see any water moving?
No.
All right, I need to see if there's any water moving. Let me get in there. Still no pressure.
No pressure?
If that was a beefier pump, we wouldn't have any problems right now, but I'm just gonna put fresh water in it again and see if we can't somehow get this thing to prime.
The water is coming out.
I put back pressure from the house pump back towards the seawater pump by diverting the water back to seawater input. Now back to freshwater input. Maybe we'll just break the vacuum or something.
It's doing something.
Sounds like we're getting air out. It's getting less and less each time.
Do we have to buy a better pump?
All right, maybe we have something else. Let's give it another try. Okay, boost pump, lift pump.
Oh, maybe now or something.
It sounds like a transfer pump that's sucking air. We're not going to stay with this little pump. I noticed on his newer version of the system, he uses a bigger pump that's 24 volt, but yet it's still a below the waterline kind of centrifugal pump. So obviously your water is coming in below the waterline through a through hull, and then you're supposed to mount your strainer above the through hull and make that connection. And then, while you're still below the waterline, you have to mount your pump above the strainer and above the through hull, but still below the waterline. So this limitation, and then you're not supposed to go below the pump after the pump. You're supposed to stay equal or above the pump.
We are having some trouble with the water flow, so after talking with Mike from Seawater Bro, he is sending us boost pump with 2-stage 30 psi, 500 gallons per hour. It's an upgrade to our upgrade, and this should bring us up to date with current specifications of the Seawater Pro system. So thank you so much, Mike, and we are excited to get the water maker working, and it should be FedExed overnight, and super excited. Maybe tomorrow it will work. The new pump is here. That is heading out to Walgreens, which is a FedEx pickup point. Since we are cruisers, we don't have fixed address. I'm super excited. I hope when we do the upgrade, our water maker will be working fine and we can produce water and be self-sufficient off-grid sailboat. Awesome, guys. Our friend Salt is stinky now. He can't get back to his boat. Ted is helping him tow his kayak. It's so windy.
Mission accomplished.
You got the seawater, bro?
We got the package and we got something else too. I don't know what it is, but it might be a surprise.
Woo! Filler! Oh my gosh.
What is it?
Filler.
Wow.
Boy, it's so big.
It's huge. Oh my golly, Helen.
Wow,
Is
now
that-
you can fix the bottom of our boat.
Keel damage? Look out.
Yeah, this is from Joe and June B.
Wow, thanks Joe and June. We have got to find a haul out somewhere affordable, maybe down in Grenada or something.
Yeah.
Maybe Dominican.
And paint the boat, maybe even on top sides, put the new beautiful name in there. I want that shiny paint.
Nice.
And fix the keel damage.
It'll be a whole new era of wonderful greatness.
Yes.
And thank you guys for being a part of it. It's great to know it's not just the two of us out here. We got a
Thank you
team.
so much.
Woo! When Mike from Seawater Pro heard which pump we had, he decided to send us the upgrades and bring our system up to current standards. And he sent us a box overnight with all the upgrades that he's added since we first bought our water maker, and brings us up to date on all his improvements he's added to his system. And let's see what they are. All right. This is the space-saving loops. Right now we have actual loops connecting our two stages together, our two membrane stages. This saves you space, so you don't have to have a big old loop coming out like that. You get the hardware all compact and right in one spot. We'll put that on in due course and save some space in the aft hold. Some barb fittings.
And the hose clamps.
Lots of hose clamps. Wow! A big old roll of stainless steel wire reinforced vinyl hose. I guess this is an upgrade. I think historically they used the press to fit stuff below the water line, and this is what they use currently below the water line. So this is really nice. And this is what we really needed. Wow! That is huge. That is 10 times the pump that they used back in the old days. All right, look at that. It takes 12 or 29 volts, so that means we can switch over to 24 volts for this. I think would be a good idea. More efficiency, right? And we have 24 volts all over the place back here. And it's 35 PSI, and it's 500 gallons per hour, as promised. And let's get this in there.
Wow, thank you so much, Mike. This is so much more beefier. I have a feeling that tonight we are making some water.
Big step.
It's a big step for Sailing Liberty, small step for humanity.
We'll take what we can get though, come on.
Yes.
It's the last element to be off-grid is making our own water here shipboard. We've been making our own power, refrigerating our own food. Now, once we start running this cutie all the time, oh yeah, we're off-grid.
This is moving the strainer up like we saw in the drawing.
So we're tweaking a little bit here. I just raised the strainer up about 1.5 inches to be above the tailpiece, so we don't have any chance of getting an air pocket in there. So the barb will rotate inside the hose, and we rely on that a lot for this type of stuff, because otherwise, you know, when you're replacing something in the middle of a system, you don't have the convenience of building it from scratch. So you get rid of the hose clamp and let it rotate inside, and it gives you the ability to make a connection. The new pump is a beast. Look at the thing. Okay, ready? Final connection. Okay. All right, let's turn on the valve and fire up the system. Boost pump activated. Ooh, that sounds kind of good. It works. Yeah, wow. It's running. The number of the total dissolved solids is dropping steadily. It's around 340 right now. Something over 600 is considered your membranes are bad. So we're well under that. And like I said, it's just slowly dropping down 1 digit at a time. And that's a good thing. I'm just gonna let it run. We're bypassing the tank right now and just putting it down the drain. Maybe we'll let it run half an hour like this. As long as that number keeps coming down, I feel like we're getting a nice initial flush. Very first time using the membranes. So it's a good thing. I guess it feels good. I'll feel even better when we're putting water in the tank, but all indications are very positive. And this is getting that one step closer to being self-sufficient. Now we just got to get offshore. Today's the day, and it's finally happening by popular request. The chain plates. Yes, it's been a long time in the making. Today is the day we start cutting. The heads come off, the holes go in, tapping and bolting. Let's get grinding. You know what, I really need a cold chisel for this. A metal chisel for breaking up metal. Unless I'm gonna have to end up grinding this. With the pie-shaped cuts here, I'm hoping I can just kind of fracture off these pie-shaped pieces.
Home Depot?
Yeah, let's go to Home Depot. I've never seen a cold chisel there, but they must have at least something.
Liberty's their vessel, strong and free. They're sailing Caribbean bound. Watch, you'll see Ted and Helen riding high, sailing with the wind on their side. Rum, bada, doodle, doo, bang, bang, oh yeah. Commander Ted, a swashbuckler of the sea, steady hand on the helmet, secrets locked in mystery. Rum and booty in his chest, he'll chart their course to hidden isles where passion's the quest. With second sight, he'll guide her through the night, and treasures do come in his private moonlight. Oh, liberty's their vessel, strong and free.
All right, we got the cold chisel. One chisel, $8. They have a punch and chisel set, $27. Cold chisel cuts, shapes, and removes metal.
I think we should take the 5-piece punch chisel set because you get also a punch and all kinds of things you need. And we need all kinds of stuff on the sailboat. Awesome.
Hey, what would Tommy do? You gotta get the set. What, are you gonna get one?
Thank you.
It was water.
Fire away, Connie.
My Thai chili pepper plant goes into a bigger pot. This is already a big win. This is better for now.
Let's chisel some cold. Well, I think it's going to be a real grind. And I'm going to get the regular grinding wheel. This is the cutting wheel. And just come in here now. I got rid of a lot of the metal. And maybe it's just going to have to be a grinding situation.
leveled?
All right, it's flat, it's clear, and we're good to go on to the next one. Wow, it turns out it's really easy. And fun. I only have to do 3 per chain plate, so that's only like...
Wow, great job, Dad. I think we're done for tonight, and we're gonna think about how we're gonna do this project. And I'm looking right now at the chain plate, and it's worse than ever. The crevice corrosion is cracking it even further. Oh, wow.
You don't need those anymore.
I don't need those anymore. The camera guy has to wear the safety glasses still. This chain plate is about to go, so that is about time to do the chain plate, and not a minute longer.
At a minimum. One at a time. Let's start with these 3. We'll bite it off in manageable pieces, and then we'll get on to drilling and tapping. Things are going well, and I'm looking forward to the completion of this project and sailing this boat hard.
I'm cutting up the chuck steak, and it has that amazing grinder in here. We took a grinder. My parents used to do it, by the way, in 90s. I don't know if Estonia had ground beef or did we not, but I remember we bought a piece of meat. There wasn't much food in the store after the communism collapsed, and we were 3 people, but no food. We started all over again, and back then it was a necessity, and today it is as well. Back to the roots. I'm gonna show you how it's done. Don't put your fingers in here. I choose more fatty pieces because that is what makes the ground beef delicious. You need fat in your diet.
Бабушка учила делать все по старинке, никакой халтуры, только свежинки. Каждый пельмень маленький шедевр.
Wow, look how beautiful. Homemade fresh chuck roast ground beef. And it's from one cow, and it's perfect. It's super healthy like that. It's the least processed at home. So happy. It's a really cool thing to have. Can't believe we have a meat processor at the boat. We brought it from New York when we packed our things for the boat. It's crazy. Do now some pork. I'm gonna make a homemade ground beef. Kodune hakliha. It's 50-50. Then it's gonna go inside the dumpling dough that is already ready. It's kind of like a pasta dough. So let's do the meat now, the pork.
Там роса по щиколотку, там мой детский круг. Старый клен скрипучий шепчет про пути. Мать крестом окошечко молча проводит в ночь идти. Ай, люли у реки, голоса как маяки. Ай, люли в темноте, силу держит в простоте.
Oh my gosh. And soon the dumplings gonna be ready. It's a lot of prepping to do, and we are since the world situation, we want to have these homestead skills and be ready for anything, because it looks worse by the day, and it really makes me worried and anxious.
You're doing it, sweetie.
Yeah. Gonna get ready, and then we're gonna leave very soon. We're gonna leave before the summer starts. I think maybe first week of May, if not sooner.
Мука на столе, белые Белые сугробы, мама шепчет мне: замеси попробуй, теплая вода. Яйца в миску бьются, пахнет домом так, что соседи улыбнутся.
Mini dumplings.
Пельмени кипят, как сердце стучат. В старой кастрюле наш маленький праздник. Лепи, не спеши, пальцы в муке, счастье в ладошках, как тесто, пластмасса не властна. Пельмени кипят.
It's my first time doing dumplings. It's look beautiful. They're a little bit magical, artistic. It's so late that I'm going to bed. I got all the dumplings ready. I'm gonna put them in the fridge, and tomorrow for lunch I'm going to eat them together with Ted. Good night, everyone.
Фарш как разговор, честный без украшек. Лук порежем в крош, слезы тоже
Doing the broth.
каши под косой.
Good morning, everyone. Wow, a lot of still. Estonians eat a lot of still. And that's gonna be the broth.
I think the frozen ones you get, they dry them out first. Dehydrator is paying off like crazy.
Yeah. In the case there is not enough still. In the
Never.
case.
Never gonna happen. Oh, wow. Woohoo.
Put some too much broth.
It's a good problem to have.
I plop a generous amount of sour cream in here. Fixins. I like a little bit green onions, dill, and parsley. And a pickle. Head iso. Bon appetit, it's ready to eat.
Wow. That's the best dumpling I've ever had. Done it again, darling.
This is one of my favorite comfort foods. In Estonia it's readily available. In here I haven't seen Slavic style dumplings, pelmeni, but this is awesome.
Приходи к той стежечке, пусть река запеет.
Doing the chain blades, Ted is trying out oscillating tool. Maybe it's gonna be easier. Let's see, we have a new blade here. I guess we're gonna go through a lot of blades.
I'll be back.
Ow.
All right, well that's the trick right there. You kind of go underneath the head and cut it like that, and then the head pops right off. It's the least amount of heat. It's fast, but it does put a pretty good divot in the side of the boat. No doubt, it's a big, ugly job, a big, ugly little demolition moment, and I guess we're going to have to do this a little refinish here with some thickened, high-density thickened epoxy, and sand it a little bit, and then we can go ahead and drill and tap for the next step for the new chain plate. So we got a way to do it. It's quick. It's destructive. It's really not so much more destructive than trying to be less destructive like we did here. The oscillating tool didn't seem to have anything against that stainless. It just couldn't get a bite on it. The cutting wheels are cheap, and I think we got a method to our madness now. So let's get crazy. Let's go mad.
Grinder broke?
Grinder wheel broke. I'm pushing it pretty hard. All right, we've got a process, and it's pretty quick actually. So that's 3 bolts come off, 1, 2, 3.
Wow. I don't know if I feel nauseous because it's windy and we're slushing around, or that we cut giant holes in our sailboat. It's daunting, and I understand why they did not want to do this. It's a messy job. some hardener. Ooh.
Oop, plenty of hardener. I think it's 5-to-1 is the ratio the West system uses. They try to keep it kind of a secret. And none of the graduated containers you can get at the store are graduated for 5-to-1, I think. But check me on that one. But for now, we'll figure that's close enough. We just want it to harden, and we don't need anything special. And this time we're actually going to use West System 404 high density silica thickener.
All right, that's it. I've got the remedy. Now we gotta wait for the cure.
Wow, what a week. We got the water maker working and the chain blades are ready to install soon.
Yeah, we got that figured out, and that's a good thing because you know what? We kind of didn't know what we were doing, but now we do. It's gonna get down to a bunch of hard work and doing the same thing over and over, and that's what I'm here for.
We are off-grid, self-sufficient sailboat, and soon we sail.
And thanks to everybody for jumping on that wish list. It is helping out so much right now. It's crazy.
Yes.
Much appreciated.
Thank you so much. And if you love the channel, please subscribe. It's free.
Yeah, why not? It's free, and hit the bell notification. It's free too. So what the heck?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching
See you next time.
on Sailing Liberty.
Woo!